Hi, everybody. It's me. I'm going to give it a little bit for everybody to come on. Some people did donate today, so I'm going to especially keep my eye out for them and kind of just start kind of clearing the energy as we're waiting a little bit. I have my Crown Chakra bowl right here. I might play that a little bit. And I've got some sage I'm going to light to just kind of cleanse the energy. When you come over, if you feel so inclined, say hello, hello, hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Juniper Bloom Mystique. Hi, Sherry. I am your Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. Hi, Gigi. Whoop, whoop. I am the one who brought about the Ascension. There's a lot of that on my channel. It's not normal stuff, right? And so keep in mind, whenever you do watch my videos, I encourage you just kind of watch them all the way through if you can, if you're so inclined. And you will be amazed at the stuff I do, who I am, and what I'm here for. That's that. Yeah, I'm not your run-of-the-mill healer. I'm not your run-of-the-mill psychic. I am a master healer for the real. Okay, so the stuff I do is very real. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit out there sometimes, so give yourself time to process, right? And that's all I ask for. That is all I ask for. What up, Greg? I haven't seen you in forever. How's it going? So that's what's going on there. Tonight I'm going to throw out some random love messages. I'm just going to give a little bit of an energy read if they so choose to have me do so. Not a whole lot. I've got 2 donations going on. Hi, Don Berry. Hello, everybody. Amy H. so far and Sherry, and it is in that order. I am doing all right, Greg. I am, I'm just, honestly, I'm better. Ever since that whole twin flame thing happened and my old DM died, I've been healing a lot. The pain is gone. I still have unpleasant things occurring around here. Okay, Gigi, I will definitely take a look for that. But I've got to tell you guys something. My new DM is like so peaceful. The energy is so beautiful. I love this connection. I feel zero pain from it. And so I have been taking time to heal. I've been trying to heal, trying to rest. A little too much, got out of balance a little bit. So I'm trying to correct that. Get back in balance. I have the other job now too. So it's been a lot, but I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm appreciative of where I'm at now on this journey. And I'm excited to see what the future holds. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But thank you so much for asking. Yeah, I am doing a lot better. My physical vessel still took a hit from that twin flame thing. So, I'm on a course now where I'm just trying to correct that. Trying to be all hot again. You know how it goes. Other than that, it is what it is. For those of you who aren't aware, I am definitely on a twin flame journey. My old twin flame and I were supposed to unite all twin flames over a year ago, and he was attacked. I was attacked. He almost killed me. He was refusing. He wasn't refusing. What Spirit said is he wasn't strong enough to break free from all that, and he ended up choosing basically to die, and I got a walk-in twin flame. So now I'm getting used to my new connection. It's a lot to understand mentally. It all plays out on my channel. I felt a little insane from it myself, so take your time, okay? Right, Greg? I like that. He says the future has always been bright. You just got to see it through the BS. Everything is about perspective. Perspective. So I am forgive my language. I am lighting some blood red sage just to kind of help clear the vibes, clear the energy, clear the space. So allow that. Ooh, don't start the fire, Bree. Don't start the fire. Safety first. Okay. Cleanse the space, cleanse the air. Woo. That's how I roll in. So sorry I didn't do my live on my normal day. My oldest is here. So I've had all 3 of my beautiful chitlins. And so I've just been kind of, you know how I do. Like we are going bowling. We are going to the mountains. Just been kind of dealing with that rather. So forgive. Then to top it all off, I'm a crisis specialist now, so yeah, I'm quite tired, but very happy. So if you see the smoke, you can feel the smoke, allow it to just bring peace, right? So much peace, so much love, and a little bit of a crown chakra cleanse. I will tell you guys right now, the crown chakra is of utmost importance at this time, okay? There's huge influx of energies. For some of you who are not new on my channel, even those that might be new, you may have noticed the last video, I did a pyramid activation again. This one wasn't an activation. We actually rotated it and I brought more light through it for whatever reason. Also keep in mind, Fiji is now the Earth's root chakra, okay? So it definitely affected the earth. I also noticed there was some major movement in the waterways right at the same time. But don't think for 1 second we don't feel those in the collective whole, okay? And I also noticed De La Roca being like, you're not dying, right? So we may have a lot of physical symptoms going on. Oh my gosh, there's a fly in here. Where did you come from? You must go. I don't like flies. I'll be like Mr. Miyagi. No, I don't want to. That's gross. Anyways, so don't think for 1 second we won't feel it and it won't affect you. Every time I do those, it creates a huge ripple effect, right? What kind of it you want to ask now? I don't know what you mean. What you want, Greg? What you want? I got you. Yeah. Let me see if there's any more updates. I don't think so. So I'm just going to start kind of rolling. But keep your energy open the best you can. Keep releasing. So one of the things that I got today during a healing session was very relevant for the collective whole. So I'm going to throw it out there, okay? Each time these energies come through, each time I do the work that I do to the planet, because that's what I do, right? I don't just individually heal people. I've changed the whole planet. And that's true. Each time I do that, it like strips our energy, basically. What up, Amy? Okay? It completely strips our energy. So I want you to look at it like, oh, shit, I've just been stripped again. I must reestablish my balance, reestablish my connection, and create anew again. And so it's like almost like each time we have to let shit go and learn who we are now. That's the best way to kind of put that. And so give yourself space and time to do so. Okay? Totally give yourself space and time to do so. Otherwise, that's where we feel like we're dying. That's where it hurts the most. That's where our physical vessel takes the hit the most. Also, the work that I do with Christ Light and stuff, it makes you have to release toxins from your body, which is why we will feel like, I just said, we will feel like we have got hit by a Mack truck. We can feel like we're dying. Okay? Those kinds of things are very real and very relevant, and it does deal with Christ Light. This is the return of Christ. That's what that is, okay? Each time I bring those lights through, each time I move the pyramids, each time I bring more Christ Light, it hurts like a son of a bitch. There's no way around that. And every person receives, like, it's like a trickle-down effect. So those that are more connected receive it first, and so on and so on and so on. That's why it's like a boomerang effect, okay? That's why it took me 3 years to do the work that you all are now beginning to really, really experience. Okay, let's see what this says. How do you images out of your head that you don't want? Oh, shit, Greg. That's a tricky thing, right? I still get weird flashes of images in my head I don't really want. You know what I'm saying? What up, Amy D? Greg, it's going to require a little bit of healing, a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of expression, and kind of allowing it to, it's not that I'm going to tell you to detach from it, right? Because that's really difficult. The more you process it, the more you heal through it, the more you try to accept it a little bit, the easier it becomes and the less the visual will pop up. The more you try to shun it, it's going to like haunt you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. This is a psychological standpoint as well, not just a healer. I'm also a psychologist type stuff. I do it every day, day in and day out. So it is very relevant. It is traumatic, and it can cause a permanent effect. When it really affects us is when we try to push it down and shun it. Okay, so being more vulnerable, allowing yourself space. Yeah, of course we know that, but it's not easy to deal with, right? It's like We don't want to see it. We want to push it down. The hardest thing that I know as a healer, even in like my crisis job, even not being the healer I am, the psychiatrist or the therapist or whatever the hell you want to call me that I am, it's the same thing. People have a really hard time sitting with these pains, sitting with the darkness, sitting with the things they don't want to see, they don't want to feel. And the more we allow that to process and sit with it, the more they go away. Okay? And it can hurt like a son of a bitch. That's the reality. But what do most people do, right? They don't want to hear it. It's hard to share those things. It's hard to find that safe space to share them and to be open and to be real and to be true, because most people are like, or they'll judge you, or ego comes into play. Okay. So it can be rough and it can be a bit painful. I would say your best bet also is to protect who you tell it to. Just watch that, right? Because we never know who we're really around, Greg. And I got to tell you, there's somebody around that's probably not the best person to share that with. I don't know who that would be. Okay. I hope it helped. Also, time sucks, but don't push it down. All right. I do have like a ton of decks that came out. Gigi says she sent a donation too. My freaking thing is being weird. Hang on. I don't know why this popped up. You're welcome. You are so very welcome. Huh. Gigi, I don't know what's going on. Let me see why it's not showing up yet. My phone's weird. It could be totally my phone. By the way, you guys, I had 3 phones. I now am going down to 2. So my business phone will be shut off. So you will have another avenue of Gigi, it did show up, contacting me shortly. And when this happens, I will provide that to those that need it. Does that make sense? My goal is to move the hell out of Dodge. So I am trying to save for that. Other than that, still good. We'll have one of my phones still over. So you will be able to still contact me. It just won't be from the business phone. Okay. And Gigi, I think I said I did get it. We've got Amy H, Sherry, and Gigi so far. Amy H, I do believe you're here for a healing. Is that correct? The other 2 look like a messages. So if you want to let me know what it is you're looking for. General, usually in healings, we just go with the flow. Unless you've got something specific you want me to focus on. Yeah, it is what it is. Do a little quick energy read. I think what they wanted to say is your crown chakra is a focus. It is like a stripping energy. Each time I do the things that I do to the earth, it affects the collective whole in a stripping manner. General and general. Okay. It affects Amy H. Do you want a general healing, right? Right, Greg? That makes a lot of sense. That's what my kid said too. He's like, "Oh, give Layla my phone." I'm like, "But it won't be active." He's like, "Mom, there's still like internet and you could do like these apps and stuff." I'm like, "Oh yeah." You know what I don't like is they're forcing the 5G. They're forcing this 5G activation. And they forced it on me with this POS and I don't like it. And that's why I'm like F you. So I invested in a nicer phone. I did do that. And then I spoil my middle one. I pay for his phone, which he really doesn't need one. But it is what it is. All right. So yeah, it's like a stripping of the energy. So those that watch that video with the pyramid, you guys, every little thing I do like that, it affects the collective whole. Like it's no joke. I even did the Kim Kardashian video. Do you guys remember that? Now all of a sudden she's like being exposed for some shit. I'm like, what? I love it. So what I really do does, okay, thank you for letting me know that, does really affect the collective whole. It's not a joke. Every little thing I do. And I want to get back into the missing persons too. Trying to get back into the flow of things. It's just so weird. You guys that watch my channel saw that whole thing with my twin flame play out. And then I was getting like this really weird negative energy towards my new twin flame and I lost faith in the twin flame union. And I'm like, I got to heal some shit, right? Because I already love this man. Like, I want him to know that. So quick message of love from myself to my new twin flame, my new DM. If he happens to watch this, I'm just going to throw this out there really quick. You are already very special in my eyes. I do feel that you want to protect me and love me, and you give me no harm feelings. Like, there's no pain. I am amazed at what you chose to take on and what you chose to do. And there's no comparison between him and you. You are you, and I'm excited to get to know you. And I thank you, and I love you. And just know that, okay? You are very special to me. And I would probably just want to love you and protect you as well. So, and I love the music you keep giving me. I hear you, I feel you, and I thank you, and I love you. And so I just want to share that. That was my love message to him. Do a quick little love messages for anybody that needs one. And then I will get into Amy H., Sherry, and Gigi so far. Right? I got it right. But for whoever who is here, I'm going to open up the energy for your soulmate, for your loved ones to deliver a message to you, whether they are here or not. Okay? So whether you're with this person or not is what I mean by that. Whether you are with them or not, I'm calling forth any kind of love messages you all need to hear. And that is why I started it out by giving my new twin flame soulmate a beautiful love message of how important he really is to me. So I can feel him protecting me. It means the world to me. I love it. I just would like to meet him, you know. But he is already very special. He is him. And I only want it to be him. Like, what I mean is I won't compare him to Dave. There's no comparison. It's his shoes. That's what stuck out in that last message for the DM, is that he felt like he had to fill his shoes. I don't want him to. That was a lot of pain from David. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. And I can already feel the difference. And I want it to be different. So there's that. Everybody else, if you're looking for a love message, just ask. Don't ask me. Don't put it in the comments. Just open it up energetically. Say you're ready for it. Say you want to hear it, and I will provide it. Okay? And that, my friends, is that. Let's see what's going on. So I grabbed a specific deck, and they're like, no, I'm going to be a pain in the ass. I want the other deck out. So I'm going to grab the other decks, open them up. This is right quick, just some love messages. Won't be too long. But I do feel there's a few coming through, right? So already what I'm kind of hearing for whoever these resonate for, if they resonate for you, they're yours. Okay? 777. That was also somebody's message. 777. Look it up. Definity. So what they're telling me is it's truce. Own your truce. It's like we tend to want to hide. Okay, so here's what's coming through. Somebody wants to see like the real you. So they want you into a place that's like, I love you for the real you. I love you for the authentic you. I don't need you to pretend like you're anything you're not. Okay, this is somebody's love message to somebody else. Okay, whoever wants to receive them, it doesn't matter if you're with the person. You could be married to somebody receiving these from a soulmate. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's somebody's love message to you. Could also be loved ones on the other side. If it resonates, it resonates. Somebody wants you to accept the authentic parts of yourself. So this also is kind of representative of the shadow, but when we are trying to impress, it's all about impressions. Like, I want to be impressive. I want them to think that I'm worthy, but what the message is you are worthy down to your authentic self. Okay? That's when we're truly worthy. That's when it's true love. Okay, if you feel like you have to pretend to be something you're not, it gets into a place of non-true love, non-unconditional love. Okay, so that is definitely for somebody. Trust who you really are. And here's the thing is sometimes we have a past that we're not proud of. And we feel like if we tell the truth of our past, people are going to shun us. They're not going to stick around. They're not going to love us. They're not going to want to be around us. Where in and if that's the case, then they weren't your soulmate. You know what I mean? They weren't really for you. Okay? And so give space for the fact that the real person who's meant to be with you is going to love you for everything that you are. This is also going into self-love, isn't it? Right? A little bit of self-love there. So that's part of it. Let's see what other one wants to come through. Here's this one. So this is the one coming through now for somebody. I don't think I've ever pulled this one before. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Isn't that part of what I just said, though? But this one takes it further, right? This message particularly is about guilt. Don't make decisions based on guilt. This is somebody's message. Or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others, too. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys. It might be. Apologize. Okay? Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. It's like my DM, too. It's like, I want him to be him. There's no comparison. I don't wish it was David. David hurt me a lot. I've accepted the journey for what it is, right? And so just do things where you're being true to yourself, and then you can be true to others too. Okay? So these are somebody's messages. They want a few more. There's a few more coming through, right? And these can resonate with more than one person. That's okay too. Whoop, that one went flying out. I know. Oh, I like a decent one. Mm-hmm. If these cards disturb you, I'm sorry. Warning, rated R if you're not 18. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. This came through a lot in my twin flame union, right? I honored it. He did not, the old him. The new one I can feel does. I absolutely do. It's sacred. It's important. This is a message of love from your person. Honor and treasure that relationship. But it's also within you. This comes 2202, 222. This comes into accepting who you are and realizing that you are meant to be that. You are honorable and you are part of that sacred union. So here's the thing I'm getting out of that. It's like that sacred union takes two people. It's not only sacred because of them. It's also sacred because it involves you. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because that's what's coming through. Couple more. They're done with this one. They want to Disa one. Disa one now. Okay. I like this. I like this. I'm hearing a song in my head. Feel the rain on your skin. So here's part of that message. It's like, don't close off to things, because this reminds me of when we use substances, right? We numb ourselves. That's why we do it, right? Like, I don't want to feel this shit, or this feels really good and it's quite an escape. The problem with that is we're neglecting actually experiencing feeling things. Okay, it's feeling things, and so it's allow yourself to be in those moments to feel these things: the joy, the pain, the tears, the doubt, and then allow them to pass through. We block ourselves sometimes from being able to authentically feel things. And this is coming through as like rain on our skin, right? It's like, allow yourself to be more sensitive. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. That's a yucky word sometimes, right? We don't like that word. It feels kind of yucky. I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't like it. But we got to do it. And I just got chills. That's a big message for somebody. Huge. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. It's going to be okay. I promise. I promise. And to my DM, I'm sorry for any negative energies you felt for me. Not meant to be that way, right? And that's a vulnerability that I'm saying in front of all of you. What if he never hears it? I don't know, right? Allow yourself to be vulnerable. That's the only way to be authentically you. And it's hard. We want to mask that. I don't want to feel things sometimes, right? Can't things just be easy? If things were easy, nobody would, we wouldn't grow. You know what I mean? All right, what else do we need to see? A couple more coming through here, and then we will move on to the healing sessions and messages for particulars. All right, we had two fly out at the same time. This is for somebody in particular. If it resonates for you, it's for you. Could be for multiple. Here's the thing. These two came out together. Okay, so I'm going to read them separately, but they go together. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Okay, retreat. This goes with also the first message. It's like, be authentic to you. Don't do things out of guilt or what other people think you should do. This relates to that. It's retreat. Get the hell out of other people's expectations. F the world, basically, is what I'm saying to you. So this also reminds me of like, maybe they wouldn't accept this person. Maybe people will judge me for loving this person. Maybe it's like a Romeo and Juliet, right? We're like the forbidden couple. Fuck the world. Just don't go kill yourself to be together, okay? But retreat. Disconnect from the world and allow yourself to feel the true feelings that are within you. Because, my friends, this is your soulmate. It's about your soulmate. So somebody also might be asking, is this my soulmate? Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, this is your soulmate. It's time for you to accept the soulmate connection and don't worry about what others think. Don't worry about it. Everybody will follow suit. We create a scenario where they won't. And they usually do, even if they're not happy with it at first. And if they don't, fuck them. Let them go. I don't even if it's your parents. Sometimes we got to let that go. Right? Right? It's like 90 Day Fiance. There's that couple who lives in Alibaba. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Alibaba, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. He lives in Egypt or something like that. And it's like Egypt beliefs, and his mom disowned him because the woman's like 30 years older than him, and he just won't stop. He's like, I got to earn my mom's love back. I understand that to a degree, but at the same time, I don't. You know, it's like we got to move on a little bit. All right. So now another deck really quick. Whoop, whoop. And these are people's love messages. Oy, oy, oy. I have a feeling these can relate to all of us in some way, shape, or form, right? Ooh, that one's already flying out. Ooh, this is a big one. Somebody really needs to hear this one, is what they're saying. Like, this is big. Whoa. Hang on there. Come big. I do weird voices and accents. I can't help it. I remember when I lived in Pueblo, Colorado, and I worked at the bank. A bank, right? And this one girl was like, Bree, that's my real name. She was like, those two go with it. She's like, sometimes you're white. Oh, yeah. She goes, and then sometimes you're black. And then she's like, sometimes you're Mexican. And she's like, sometimes you're just outright gay. Like, it was so funny. And I'm like laughing. Like, yeah, that's me. So I act a little goofy sometimes. That was it. All right, that's what they're saying. It's the ones that fell out. Hang on. All right. Final love message, okay? But this is a big one, and this is probably for multiple people. There's probably aspects within this message that will resonate with some of you. One of you, however, will have all of the message resonate. So, okay. So here we are. They want me to specify. Pieces of this message are broken up in for pieces of everybody, okay? But one of you, the whole entire message will relate, okay? But for the rest of you, one card might relate. So just, it's a piece for everybody. This one will be last, they said. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Frustrated in relationships, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego, issues, and jealousy. These two are kind of going together. It's like I can't tell one above the other. They're meant to be said at the same time. So we have coffin, death of a relationship. It's endings. Endings bring new beginnings. This is also, like, I can explain this with my DM. It's like I don't expect him to be David in any way, shape, or form. Please don't try to fill those shoes. He does have my twin flame soul, right? I'm expecting somebody new, and that's okay. All right. And so sometimes it's like, okay, why is this ending? We want to hang on. We fight to hang on to things sometimes. We don't. It's scary. That's what I'm hearing here. Death, rest in peace. It's scary. Not to mention, I have to say, when relationships end, it is like a death in the family. Okay. It really, truly is. So Give space for that. Okay. Endings bring new beginnings. It's about growth. It's about looking inward for a moment. Sometimes it's okay to be alone. That's another message here. Somebody has to hear that. Sometimes we don't heal and we don't grow. We don't change. We don't become liberated. We don't learn who we are. We can't love ourselves unconditionally if we're not willing to have a gap and be by ourselves. Okay? That's part of the message here. Also, being frustrated in that relationship is very much so coming out here for somebody. It's like somebody's very frustrated, but they keep hanging on to something that's quite toxic because they're afraid of being alone. They're afraid of that growth. They're afraid of the change. They're afraid of the transition rather than letting it liberate them. Okay. Also comes from lack of confidence, self-sabotaging behaviors. It's like 1 minute I'm empowered, the next minute I don't want to do it, right? Fear, ego issues, and jealousy is also at play. All right. Then we have healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, and being happier. Because that's what it's all about, right? We truly want to be happier. Okay. And also, here's the next part of that message. Somebody's going to get a love call. Somebody's going to get a love call. It is also a wake-up call into true love. So there's two parts to this message. One goes with that. This is a wake-up call into what true love is. Okay, somebody's going to be expressing true love either within themselves, a wake-up call. This has not been true love this whole entire time. Now I'm realizing it is. They are thinking of you. Somebody, so the other part of this message is somebody's going to get an expression of love. They've been thinking of you, and then now they're ready to let you know. Okay? All right. That was pretty fun. I liked that a lot. Okay. Those were deep, somewhat similar amongst each other. Get some water. All right. Now we're going to go on. Amy H is up first. She is getting a healing. Okay. So when you're ready, let me know. Oops. That is not what I meant to do. Whatever. I don't like apple. I am here and ready. I see you. So I'm just making sure before I get going. So far I've got Amy H, Sherry, and Gigi. If that changes, everybody can let me know. Okay. Amy H. And it's never just a healing, is it? We've got messages for you too sometimes. But for some reason, I'm going to the Lemuria deck for you also. So hang on. I got to put a message and do a healing. That's what they're saying, Amy H. Amy H. Did you guys hear about the monthly thingy too? It'll be that Sunday, the 23rd. Stay beautiful, everyone. Love is always the answer, no fear. So true, Greg, but is that always easy? Easy to always easy. I don't think so, but thank you. 3333. It's not easy, but we can do it. You too. All right. Amy H. Okay, I've gotten this song for you before. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So there's like this song has come through for you before. I know it has. It's just been a long time. Do you remember? I remember. I remember because I remember it was coming through a lot. Unconditional. I wish that were true, Greg, but it's not. That's the problem. That's why a judgment day is occurring. Okay. If unconditional love was so, the reason it's not easy is because we were so conditioned and programmed against it. And it's painful to rise into it. We would think it was easy, right? We would. But it's so far from that. It's so few and far between. And that's what we're releasing to come into. But it is natural. I like this. Oop. All right. Amy H. We had one fly out, and whoop, we've got dun 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 dun. So what the song is telling me for you, Amy, is it's like, oh shit, know what you want and be willing to work for it. Know what you want and don't settle for less, right? Rocky, did he settle? Hell to the freaking no. I see him in his gray sweatsuit, although I don't like Sylvester Stallone. But Rocky, he's the fighter. He's going to climb those stairs and he's going to push through that pain and he's just going to not let anybody tell him he can't do it, right? That was part of that. Like, did he let anybody tell him he can't do it? No. No. He's like, watch me, bitch. And he kept running up the stairs. And then he went and he won the fight, right? And he got the girl in the end, right? Granted, a movie, but a very good lesson here for you, Amy. That is what is being said here for you, okay? Out of this song. It's like, don't let others dictate your journey. Don't let people push you around. Be like, don't project onto me. I'm going to run these stairs. I'm going to keep running these stairs. I'm going to keep the fight. I'm going to do me. You do you, boo, right? Like, and then I'll kick your ass in the end. Or we won't. Right? Or I won't have to. This reminds me of other things too. I remember being at work one time and these girls were like all petty and they wanted to talk shit behind your back, you know? And I would like go to them and be like, you got a problem? You want to fight it out? And then we can laugh after. Like, I'm good with that. Like, why are so many people so afraid to speak the truth here? Amy, this is all coming through for you. So I hope you're with me. I know you want a healing, but there's a little message there too. Speak your truth. Be willing to own your truth. But also be willing to hash it out and be friends in the end, right? It's that energy. That's the energy I'm talking about here. It's like, don't settle and don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Climb those stairs and climb them proud. It's perfect. Good. Didn't I say crown when we first got on to you guys? I got 555 right now. Crown chakra. Your crown chakra is quite closed. But this isn't just meaning that. It's not all fully closed. What they're saying here is pay attention to the messages coming through. So I'm kind of hearing like you may have gotten a download and you're like, it's almost like I didn't believe it. Or maybe I didn't want to hear it. Or maybe I'm not sure if that's what it was. There's a little bit of all of that going on here. And then also like you see the flower at the bottom of this card here, like right? Be the unique beauty that you are. Allow yourself to be the unique you. This is coming through in a big way. That's a release. Excuse me. Then we have full spectrum. You put these two together and you've got upgrading and trying to come through. You've got enlightenment trying to come through, right? But there's some doubt and some fear keeping it at bay. And that's what they're saying. Hey. So let's get into the healing. All right. Let's do this. I don't usually do this, but I'm being nudged to light David's candle. I do this on my own and I will meditate to it every now and again, but I'm being called. This candle that I made him was actually one of the most beautiful, perfect candles I've ever made. And I still haven't listed all the ones for sale that are related to it. And I should, because they're quite powerful. So I call on the creator of all that is and all the angels too. I ask them to surround us now with the highest light in, highest light out only. I call on the north, east, south, and west to ground us, guide us, protect us, and hold us in strength. Give me clarity. Give me peace. Push me when I need it. Push me when I need it. And ground me when I am unable to ground. Surround us in a bubble of love and light and protection for you and I and all of those that are with us too. I ask of you to stand with me now and bring this healing and highest of magic through. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. All right. Okay, Amy. You've got a few Malachis coming through, Metatrons coming through. And I'm hearing something I've never heard before. Hang on. Whoa. That was like a vengeance there. Okay, so I heard Angel Percival. Have you ever heard of that angel? I didn't want to say it until I looked it up. I'm like, who the hell's Percival, Amy? You have an angel called Percival coming through. Percival is an angel and former member of King Arthur's court, sent by the Archangel Michael to assist the group of British hunters who would later become blah, blah, blah. Let me read this a little more. Known as the Knights of the Round Table. Let me read that again, because this is part of your healing that's coming through. This is an angel that's coming through I've never heard before, never felt their energy before. Quite new to me, coming through very masculine, by the way. Percival is an angel and former member of King Arthur's court, sent by the Archangel Michael to assist a group of British hunters who would later become known as the Knights of the Round Table. Percival, along with Lancelot and Gawain, was sent by Michael to assist the Knights of the Round Table, a group of legendary hunters led by King Arthur Pendragon. Percival was sent by Queen Guinevere to welcome him and his son Glaha. Something about the Holy Grail. Hand of God. And then when touched by God, restore the broken wings and the powers. This is relevant. He was in the battle, forces of heaven. These are words that are sticking out. You can spend time with that later, but I wanted to let you know that. Percival. I've never heard of Percival. Okay, so Percival is stepping forward. Metatron. Malachi, Gabriel, and again, Uriel. Uriel's been with me a lot today. This is coming through a lot for a lot of people. Percival, this is something for you. If you remember when you were doing the academy with me, you had different beings coming through for a reason. So for whatever this is, it's very important for you, okay? This is very important for you. It's something you'll download later too. So just keep that in mind. You will get more downloads on the importance of who the hell Percival is for you. Excuse the word hell. Of who Percival is for you, okay? All right. So we're going to ground you. Archangel Michael is stepping in to help me ground you because you're definitely floating. You keep trying to escape. It's not like you're subconsciously doing it. And it has everything to do with like the stripping of the energies and having to be reborn almost every month, right? Every time I do something, we're literally being reborn as a humankind. And each time we do that, certain individuals try to escape. We unground a lot. So pay attention to that because you keep ungrounding quite often. All right. There's some truths that are going to be coming through for you too, Amy. Some truths that are be coming through for you. Keep in mind about Percival. I don't know what this is. All right, let me slow the energy down because it's a lot going really fast. So I'm just going to try and slow it down. You will have some truths coming through. Do not allow it to knock you down. Do not allow it to make you question your reality. Do not allow it to make you think you've made mistakes from the past. Everything was purposeful. Everything happened the way it was meant to happen. It is just time for you to see the truths. It's not meant to just destroy you. That's an important message here, okay? Dun dun dun, Rocky. Dun dun dun, bitches. I'm gonna knock you out. Kind of energy, right? Like I'm tough. I can handle this, okay? Very important messages here. All right. So we're going to draw down the light from the heavens above and quickly bring it down your energy, ground you completely, and draw it back up. Bringing down the white light down into your crown, down into your crown. So your crown was a little bit tight, but it was open. However, there were some messages starting to come through. You were kind of blocking them. So that's also part of that. So going down into your crown, into your third eye, opening your third eye. They're going to do a little cleanse on that when I draw it back up, just letting you know. Bringing the light down further into your throat. Releasing big time. Excuse that for those who don't know how I work. Down into your heart space, down into your solar plexus, down into your sacral and your navel. Your navel for sure is also a focus. We're feeling a little bit unloved, and so that's coming through here already. Down into your, why the navel, we feeling that? Because that's also that mother space, right? Down into your sacral, your solar plexus, sacral, navel. I'm going a little out of whack, but it's all coming down. Through your root, through your legs, through your arms. You've also got a blocked palm. Your left palm is definitely blocked. You probably felt it sweaty. It was probably trying to tell you that it was blocked, like sweaty. Something like sweaty. Going down through your arms, your legs, down into the ground. So they're going to take cords from your hands, your feet, and your root, bringing all those down into the earth. I know this is scattered enough, but there's a lot going on here, so just bear with me. Taking it all down into the earth, going through the layers. I don't know why you disconnected from the crystalline grid, but you did. You completely disconnected from the crystalline grid, which we know was redone. Do you remember that workshop where I redid the crystalline grid? I completely changed the structure of the earth. I undid the third dimensional grid, and then it was, what was it? The masculine and the feminine grid. So for whatever reason that's being brought up here, and you disconnected from it. It's like doubt, you were doubting, you were feeling beat up inside emotionally. That's a part of it, but there's more going on here. It's like we're not meant to know yet. You're going to know going forward why exactly you did that. Okay. It's almost like you're trying to protect yourself from something that you don't want to know and you don't want to see, but it's inevitable. Okay. Here's coming through too is my love is deeper than the deep blue sea. Remember that. Okay. So we're reattaching your connections down through the layers into the crystalline grid, allowing Christ's light to start rising up into your vessel again. So you could feel a little bit, not a lot because you've had this done several times, but a little bit like kind of like you got a cold or a little bit yucky in the next day or two because of it. Taking them down into the core, through the core. They're wrapping them around. The core is quite expanded, by the way. And they're really anchoring them in. Okay. Archangel Michael is like doing like this, almost like this tape thing around your cords. My third eye is also vibrating like crazy right now. Oh, okay. And what's really weird is I really feel the energy of my twin flame in this one. It's like that it's like the DM healing here. I don't know why he's stepping in here, but he is. And so I just welcome that energetically. I don't know if he's really trying to do it on the other side. I have no idea, but it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. So it's helping bring that balance from the crystalline grid because it's like I said, masculine and feminine. Maybe that's why he is. I don't know. I don't even know if this is really happening. I have no idea. Anyways, Michael is helping to keep your cords around the core of the earth because you keep undoing them subconsciously. And you keep it's like I want to go home kind of a feeling. This happens a lot for starseeds and light workers and things through these transitions. But there's something here you're trying to avoid. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know the truth. It's in your subconscious complex, okay? So we're starting to draw the light up through the cords from the core of the earth and the crystalline grid. And again, I see my new twin flame. I can't see him, but I feel his energy. I can kind of see him. And he's helping the rebalance of the masculine for whatever that's worth. Okay. So we're drawing the light up through your cords into your feet, into your ankles, into your calves, into your knees, into your thighs, into your hips, into your root chakra, into your sacral chakra, into your navel, solar plexus. There's a little bit of a detach between the navel and this. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Oh my God, it hurts. There's a lot of pressure right now in my solar plexus. Right when I went into it, it hurts like a son of a bitch. And there's like a sword in there. It's like I was stabbed in the gut. Kind of like they stabbed me in the gut. Oh. 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 It's literally like I feel like I got a big, huge. So it's like almost like somebody, like the way I'm looking at it is like somebody took like this big sword, stabbed it, turned it, and ripped it out, which would leave a big old hole, right? And that's kind of how I feel about it. That's how it looks. That's how it feels. That's the experience I'm having here. My solar plexus. I've got tears in my eyes. Like it hurts like a son of a bitch. Like I don't know what to tell you. To the point where I'm having acid reflux. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I've lost my appetite. I can't sleep very well. Like it's this whole thing. Like this is playing out this way. And I don't even understand it. I haven't really expressed it. But holy hell, this is happening. Okay. It's happening fast. It's like I can't pinpoint what brought this about. I don't know what's happening. I'm a little scared for my health. I don't feel good. I want to throw up. I'm almost throwing up like stomach acids, and then it goes into like dry heaving feeling. Drawing the light up further into your heart space. They're repairing the connections too. They've been like severed. For some reason, it's the navel to the solar plexus. It was literally like blown out. It was like you took a blow and it really hit you hard. And that mother connection is also very valid there. Okay. So I don't know if somebody used the kids to hurt you. I don't know if it just, they said something that related to the kids and you as a mother and it really tore you down. I'm not exactly sure. Definitely has a mother base and it's coming from that area and it hurts like a son of a bitch. It hurts really bad. I don't feel good. It also goes to my back. My back hurts. My kidneys are hurting. So I'm being drawn to your kidneys. Your pH is off. The whole thing is off. I don't know if you've been sweating a lot. Like I don't feel good. I don't feel good. Drawing the light up into my heart space. Even this conversation is starting to release a little bit, okay? Drawing it up into my throat. Drawing it up into your third eye. We're going to cleanse your third eye a little bit. That's an energetic shift for sure. It's like I am leaking energy from my third eye. So your third eye is like, it's doing like this weird opening and closing, and I'm leaking energy. And so just be aware of that. Be aware of giving others too much right now. Okay. If you're tired, don't do it. Be aware of giving others too much right now. Going into your crown and making sure that's opening and healing. They're also focusing on your Merkaba. But I'm going to go back to your kidneys, the gallbladder area, right? The area, healing there again. So especially when we have surgery and lose things, it's a focus. There's a lot of healing that needs to occur. Our body is trying to act like that is still there, okay? And that's why I do the healings as if they are still there. So just keep that in mind for whenever those occur like that. I am going to your heart, okay? I have some chest pains. It's kind of going into my throat and into my shoulder, most in my throat. So I'm going into, there's been a lot of stress, and you carry your stress in your heart. So some people carry it in their shoulders. You carry it in your heart because you're way more sensitive than you let people know. And that's just who you are, and that's okay. And that's what they want me to say, okay? That is okay. You don't have to be so tough all the time. And then again, I'm really drawn to your stomach area. Oh, and it hurts so bad. I'm going to tell you this too. I see a bit of an ulcer. Okay. So stress will do that. It's been stressful. It's been really stressful. That's why I'm getting heartburn, like acid reflux, and it's somewhat burning my esophagus. And I'm getting an ulcer. I'm literally getting an ulcer. I see like a little hole. And so I'm going in and I'm gonna heal this. Tums will hurt you. Things like that will hurt you. It'll burn like a son of a bitch. Okay. I'm focusing a lot of white light into like your tummy lining. we've got a little bit of avoidant behavior. It's like, I want to avoid some of these things. It's like, I want this outcome, but I want to avoid the in-between to get there. I don't want to see it. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to hear it. I feel like everything was a mistake, and it was not. You're right where you're supposed to be. I'm concentrating a lot on that area, so forgive me. I'm just in that space. For me, it's kind of like it's more dominant right now, slightly on my right side, like towards the middle of right under my chest, into my tummy. Your stomach is right here, right? And so it's kind of where I'm at, and it's a little bit all over right there, but also like right over to my right. Keep in mind, I can mirror. Sometimes it could be your left. Almost like I'm getting IBS, right? Like everything's irritable. I'm not feeling good. I'm not digesting well. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm stressing to the max. I'm making myself really, really sick very, very quickly. And I didn't even realize I'm hearing that. Like I didn't realize I was doing all that. And then again, I'm hearing, feel the rain on your skin. We've got to be willing to feel the tough parts. We've got to be willing to accept things as they are. We've got to be willing to love ourselves no matter what happens, no matter what occurs. We've got to be willing to stand in our truth, even if. That's what they keep repeating. Even if. And then I'm hearing trials and tribulations are only there to make you stronger. Use them as stepping stones, like a catalyst. Rocky going up the stairs, right? That keeps playing out here. 2 songs. Feel the rain on my skin and Rocky. Dun dun dun. Back to your heart. So I'm hearing, what's wrong with my heart? So I'm just giving love to your heart. So it's almost like I'm just overworked. I carry my stress there. And so when we do that, your heart is like responding to it in that way. It's like you're putting too much weight. You're putting too much weight on your heart. Not like you're 600 pounds and all the cholesterol, not that kind of weight. But you're putting so much pressure on yourself, and you're putting too much weight on your heart. Not the heart chakra, your heart itself. So really what I'm doing is I see your heart. It's almost like tired. And so I'm sending a lot of love into it. It's almost like I put it in my hand and I put a lot of light through it. Excuse me. And I'm like giving it love. I'm not having to like boo-boo, boo-boo, but I'm just giving it love. Okay. Giving it a lot of love. It needs a lot of love. It needs a lot of comfort. It needs a lot of warmth. It needs a lot of peace. It needs a lot of calmness. It needs some calmness. Calmness from you. You're internalizing everything right now. Give things space and stop thinking. Oh, and right there was a release in my gut. Oh, I still feel so much pressure. It's working its way down now towards my navel. Didn't I tell you the thing was disconnected? You like somehow totally destroyed the connection between your navel chakra and your solar plexus, and I can feel it being repaired at this time. It's a little uncomfortable, and I do believe you have an ulcer. It's a small one, but we're healing it. If you don't allow yourself to feel things in the moment you are, it's like I want to escape them sometimes. I'm tough. It's not that you're not. You're so freaking tough. And that's why you do what you do. It's like, I don't need to sit here and feel this. Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And then what they call your silver cord, I don't see it that way. I don't know why they call it that. It's just a beautiful energetic connection, okay? It's where you would have a Kundalini awakening through. It's like, whoop, all the way up, right? It's basically like your spine goes from your butt all the way to your head. And I'm cleansing that also because the energy can't flow. Starting to feel so much calmer. I feel bloated. I feel really bloated. I know I got a big belly right now, but I feel really bloated. Like I feel really bloated, and that's from the stress. That's from the severed connections. Also from the ulcer. You've got to take a step back, reevaluate what your truths are within your heart, and then act solely out of that. Period. This is career. This is love. This is everything. Even as a mother. Hmm. Oh my God, I love this man. I see my DM doing something with like the crystalline. I don't know what the hell's happening here. I just love him. I love that. I've never gotten this before. I've never had anybody with me that cared. I don't know if he's watching. I have no idea, but I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. It's weird to me. I'm like, I don't know if this is real, but it is at the same time. It's beautiful. It's helping balance. It's helping me. Like that's how I feel. Like I just love it. I wish I could meet this person. Anyways, and so this is helping you. This is helping you within balance within yourself, giving you both lights, right? Like what would you call it? Pink and blue, crystalline grid light, Christ light flowing through you. I gotta tell you something, Amy. So what's happening right now is my DM is available and not available. His energy's here. Malachi is also stepping forward. They're doing some kind of preparation. It's like big changes are going to be occurring with you. Huge. Whether some of them you love, some of them you're expecting, some of them you're not. Okay? That's what they're telling you. And so it's like let go of expectations, don't internalize things, and please don't judge yourself. You know what's in your heart, and that's okay. When you internalize, you're affecting your heart, okay? And you gave yourself an ulcer like that very quickly. And this gallbladder area or lack thereof causes you a lot of problems as well, which is why I think I keep going back there almost every time I go into your energy. It feels familiar. I'm hearing I had problems there before. Yeah. But also what has happened is just created this space of our body not performing properly. And then the IBS. So I'm going into your intestinal tract, okay, and then your colon. I'm going into your colon. And right away I heard colonoscopy, right? So it's like one of those things. It's like they go in you've got 2 polyps. I see 2 polyps. That's what they would call it. It's almost like this thicker energy within our colon, not energy, right? Tissue. Like it becomes like hard tissue, which I guess that's what eventually can turn into like cancer. Not saying you have that. So with that, I scrape. It's like I energetically scrape it off. Almost like when we did here, right? It's like a little, so you could have some bleeding in your BMs. You could have some bleeding if you urinate. It's okay. Everything's good. I don't see any reason to panic or think anything's wrong. They're new. They're like very small and they're being removed. And I feel like it's related to the ulcer. And so I'm just running through these spaces that I was already in until I feel like they're completely healed and cleared and done. Your heart is definitely tired from the stress. There's some things you're just not wanting to face, so we're not healing them. And some of them are related to like death and birth and ourselves and our loved ones we've lost and loved ones' future, kind of a thing. Just a lot going on. It's like avoidant behavior, a little bit of avoidant behavior. And you do that by being tough and keeping busy and moving on and doing other things and focusing on other people. But that's going to hurt you in the long run. You got to take a step back and focus on you. You have to. More internally, not in your external environment. Okay, I feel like the ulcer's healed. And the polyps are gone, but now I'm going through like your intestinal tract. It's almost like you're not absorbing things because it gets all mucousy sometimes, right? Stress wreaks havoc on our system, you guys, big time. And so I'm kind of like cleansing the whole entire thing, your whole entire intestinal tract, all the way down and through. I'm removing like this mucus. That way you can absorb the nutrients, you can absorb the water. You're slightly dehydrated even though you're drinking water. Even when you are, you're not absorbing it like you should be. And all of this is causing stress in my neck and my head. Your Merkaba is getting rebalanced. I love my new DM. Like, I really want to work with him. Oh my gosh. The reason that keeps coming up is the masculine. You're also part of the twin flame. So like he's owning it. And I've never had that. I love it. I welcome it. But this is also affecting your DM. Okay. He's owning it more and more and more and more. Oh, I'm starting to feel so much better now. I'm feeling the release in my solar plexus even more. And that connection is almost completely healed. Kidneys, some love in your kidneys. Keep in mind the healing will continue. You could feel very emotional, lethargic, very tired. Please listen to your body. Let the stress go. Let it go. Let it go. And you've got to be willing to sit with some of these things that are coming forward. You got to be willing to sit with some tough energy. And that's okay. It will pass quickly as long as we allow ourselves to feel it. In order to heal, we got to see it, feel it, experience it, and release it. Okay. Right there. It's like a big whew. There's still a lot of pressure up in my solar plexus. It's going to take some time. We're going to continue. The healing will continue for the next day or so. It will continue healing and releasing in your solar plexus. Okay. I think I'm just about done. That was a lot and a lot very quickly. So I hope you got it all. I haven't really checked. I only looked up once to see if I was still live. Take a deep breath and just allow it to permeate through. And your children see more clearly than you think they do, even more than you think they do. So it's okay. Like this isn't just now. I'm talking about everything. Okay. Whatever that means. Whew. One last thing, they're rebalancing your solar plexus. It's like a little tilted. Well, it's not easy. It hurts a little bit. Oh, that is helping. Oh, yeah. And I already forgot that angel's name. This was crazy. You always get angels. I love it when angels come through I've never, ever heard of before. So I'm already removing myself from your energy. When you're ready, you can do the same. Oh, look at those validations. That makes a lot of sense for what was going on in there. Hi, Amy Day. What up, Jay? All right, that was good. That was a lot. Sorry, guys. I mean, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Right? That was much needed. We always get what we need in the moments we need it. Wow. That was awesome. Good one. Oh, 11111 too. Boom. Right there. That was good. Let me adjust out of that. Absolutely. Do you remember that angel's name? I looked it up. It's just because I exited out when I'm channeling. You guys, I don't make this shit up. I can't. I remember sometimes. Don't freeze on me. That's why I hate this phone. What did I look up? Who was it? Percival. Never heard of that angel before. Thank you, Percival. You got it. Very relevant. Don't forget that. Okay. It is what it is. More will come through for that too as needed. Okay. All right. Sherry, if you're still here, let me know. I believe you said general. Oh, transition on that one. Oh, she did say general. Okay. Well, agua. Can you see the flame flickering? This flame has been insane. I have no breeze in here either. Awesome. I see you. All right. Okay. Ooh, Sherry, I get to use my new deck with you. I love this deck, you guys. I recommend this deck. Took me a second to connect with it, but now that I have, I love it. So I have my Crow Tarot deck. I finally found a Crow Oracle deck. And I want to make a Crow deck too, but I haven't yet. I'm still finishing up my last decks because I suck. I'm being on time sometimes according to spirit, but it is what it is. When you have my journey, I'm okay, right? Urban Crow Oracle, just in case you wanted to know. Okay. Well, that was very pretty. All right, Sherry, let me transition a little bit more out of baby's energy. Okay. Okay, there's big changes coming through for you. So I heard that, but I wasn't sure if it was your message because I still felt Amy. Nope, that is for you. There's big things coming through for you on an energetic plane and like an upheaval in your environment, not a negative one. This is a positive one. And I also see a wedding playing out within a year for you. Like I straight do. And you're wearing a badass dress. And I don't think it's white, but it's super sexy. And I love it. Wow. Wowza. Ooh. And your flowers are super cute. It's like burgundy, tan, and white. I don't know what's going on there. That's like the colors. And then, so what they're saying is it's not going to be what you expected. So be willing to be moldable around some things, whatever that means. So even like, I may move, right? Like I may move where I never thought I would move. I'm seeing things I never thought I would see. I'm feeling things I never thought I would feel. And it's okay. Okay. It is okay. It is meant to happen. Allow it to happen. It's going to be a complete different world than what you ever imagined, than what you knew, than what you thought of, than what you're doing now. So give space for that. There's big changes coming for you. Big. Okay. And it will kind of come in pieces, but it will be like boom, boom, boom. And then there's a marriage at the end of it all. And this is very interesting. So it's weird. I'm like reading. I'm like this. It's like, okay. All right. We have, that's a release. Distraction. This one's really cute. So if you look at the card, the crows are very intelligent, right? So I keep getting this card a lot too. This comes through when big changes are about to come through, and it's like something trying to take you off the path a little bit. Like that's just the way things go. Don't allow yourself to get distracted from what's important to you. There's two parts to this message, but also allow yourself to be distracted from what isn't important to you, right? So fill your space with a little bit more of distraction. It's like you're working really hard. You got ironclad focus, and allow that to kind of, you know what I mean? Give yourself some time to F off, to be goofy, to do things that you wouldn't normally do. Distract yourself from challenges that's coming through here also. But if you also notice this, it's like the crow distracts the dog while the other crow takes his food, right? So sometimes when something good's going to come through, the world will try to, not the world, but things will try to distract you from it. Also, when we're manifesting too, it's like, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want? Kind of a thing. But there's two parts to this message. The more important one is allow yourself to be distracted from your mundane, I got to do. No, you don't got to do. Sit back and undo the got to do. That was really funny. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Then we also have isolation. So remember, this was kind of coming through in the beginning too. It's like detach from the world around you a little bit. Again, two parts to this message. Don't isolate yourself so much to where you detach from your own feelings, right? And you detach from the feelings around you, because you are super sensitive, and that's getting more and more relevant. You can see it more and more in your environment. Everywhere you go, you're starting to pick up on things, and you're like, I need to isolate from that a little bit, or they're telling you to isolate from that a little bit. So what that means is kind of put protections on you and cleanse your energy more. Okay? You absolutely have to do that. You're becoming more sensitive to the energies around you, and you're sometimes mistaking them for yours. Not all the time. Sometimes. But it's affecting your energy level. It's affecting you. It's almost like a vampire, right? Like sucking you dry. And so when they say isolation, here's another part of that too, is don't give your secrets away. So you'll have some new ideas coming through. Don't talk about them right away. Do not, because people will taint them unintentionally. Okay. So you've got like layered messages going on here. And then I'm hearing resistance is futile. Resistance to changes. There's going to be some changes coming through that you're going to resist because they're huge, right? And in your journey, you may have lost a few feathers, and that's okay. You're still completely whole. You're still completely used. You're still completely worthy. There's some resistance, right? There's some resistance to the changes. There's some resistance to the flow, and there will be more resistance to the bigger changes coming forward, particularly in love. Okay, so open up to that. Don't isolate yourself from those feelings, but also protect your energy whenever you go places. Okay, because things will distract you from what really matters, but also, like you said, you're taking that. Got you. See exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. You're picking them up in a huge way. And again, it's not just energetic, is it? And that's a healer, right? Those that went through my academy know that quite well. You go through these phases, you're picking it up. There's a purpose behind it. So you've got to kind of put that protection around you, cleanse what is not yours, set that intention, cleanse what is not yours. Distractions in both ways, good and bad. You need both. You really do, but pay attention to the negative ones. Don't let them distract you from what matters. Isolate yourself a little bit in that. Don't detach from those. Like, don't stop going places. Learn to protect yourself and cleanse your energy. Okay, even more. Learn new ways to do so. Like I've got, and they want a surrender card for you too. I've got to cleanse this. I intend to only pick up what's mine. I intend to be able to recognize what is mine. I intend to not. So here's an example they want me to give you. When I first had my awakening and I would do healings and I would go into people's energy, I was taking on their symptoms. There was one, I had a full-blown seizure because a person was having a seizure and my neck went out for a day or two. Like literally it was like, and I was shaking and I have a bad neck and it went out. I couldn't turn my head at all for a day or two from that one. Another healing session I did, the person had a fever. I got the fever, okay, because I was so sensitive. And I was learning, I was picking up everything. And once I got a little bit more apt and in tune to what was happening, what was mine, what wasn't mine, it became so much easier to not take them on so much. Okay. And so that's kind of Spirit's message. It's like, grow into that body of yours, grow into the new energies and establish that intention. And literally, like, I wish, I don't know if she's somebody I know, I don't want to use her name because she's not here and I don't have her permission, but just like she'll use her hand, she'll snap, she'll wipe the energy. If that works, that's what you need to do. Whatever feels good for you, whatever you can do. And also salt baths are super, super important for you right now. Like you've got to cleanse some shit. Okay, that's what they're saying. You've got to release toxins from within, especially since you've taken on a lot of Christ light. You've been doing my workshops and things. That's not a doubt. You've got to, like, on a regular, like once a week, take some salt baths. Pink Himalayan salt, white salt, Himalayan salt, those kinds of things. And even Epsom salt, okay? I will straight put those in my bath water. Epsom salt's common. It's not always common for pink Himalayan, white Himalayan, all those kinds of things. But it's a necessity for you. Absolute, outright necessity at this time. Okay. Because it's almost like people can sniff you out. And then you've got, like, so I don't know if you're aware of this. I don't know if you've studied this in the past, but they're asking you to tune into crystals for healing. Healing yourself, healing others, crystal healing. Crystal healer, crystal healing. Crystals are very real. They do amazing things. I have my crystal skull that removed a snake from mine. It was like a power upgrade. It was crazy. Crystals are very, very, very real. When you take your salt bath, you can lay the crystals out along the bath, not in the water, because some can't go in the water. Lay them out along the bath and tune into the energies as you're in the bath. So close your eyes and just allow those energies of those crystals to permeate your energy one at a time. Feel into them, get to know them, start talking to the energy of the crystals. Not like out loud, just like, If you notice when I do healing sessions, sometimes I'll pick up on crystals people need. I'll pick up on healing things they need. There's something with crystals for you. Okay? All right. Then we have, like my little, you use crystals daily. Perfect, but there's an upgrade here for you. That makes a lot of sense. But you can look at it as like a crystal healer. So not just for you, but in order for you to heal others with them, you'll use them particularly on a deeper level. You're going to tune into them more, start to get to know them more. You can read books on them in like how to heal them with other people, those kinds of things. All right, then we have surrender your desire to control people. But this is also for you. This goes with that resistance. Resistance is futile. Okay? Allow others to do them while you do you. But there's this comes in as like this relationship thing, right? And this is like power. This is a power upgrade. The snake is really standing out to me right now. Snakes are not always bad, okay? Snakes can represent upgrade, power, control, honesty, truth, growth, okay? Strength. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. So that's just what I said, isn't it? I didn't even read that yet. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off. Isolate, distract, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay? Don't think too much. That's the biggest part there. It's about not getting in your head too much. Don't think about things too much. Sometimes we got to let them be. Okay? Surrendering that energy of controlling yourself is main part of that, but also others. And then here's a clencher. This goes into that positive distractions that I was talking about. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. These are such beautiful cards, but you think my camera does them justice? Hail to them, though. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. Okay? This also goes with the crystal healing that I was talking about. Crystals relate to the earth in a very big way, okay? And so you can take them with you. You can sit in the dirt. I want you literally touching some dirt. There's something about that for you. You've got to touch some dirt. Just literally, even if you go out barefoot, get it in your hands. I need you to feel the dirt. And you can put your crystals in the dirt too, okay? This will upgrade them. This will help you upgrade. This will help you cleanse. It will also help you really see the light codes. That's what's coming through. Okay? That was a lot. Noble star. All right, Sherry, does that make sense? And then I do believe we have a GG next. And by the way, you guys, those that donated, for all of you that donated today, at the end of the month, I will do a surprise giveaway. Okay? Could be many things. It could be me shipping you something special that I made for you. It could be a healing session. I don't know. I'm not going to decide. I'm going to let Spirit decide. You're absolutely welcome. Okay. Perfect. All right. And then Gigi says whatever she needs to know at this time. Absolutely. Okay. Right away, Gigi, I heard elementals. Right away. I didn't even really have to transition into your energy. I heard elementals. Okay. I remember you talking about you were going to learn about elementals before. I have no idea if you did. I don't know if you've tuned in, but elementals is coming out here. It is like, so same kind of thing is coming through. It's like you need to go into nature. You need to by yourself. This is a key. By yourself. Like you have to take some time. Go into nature. Not having your don't pay attention to the phone while you're out there. It's truly, again, it's like about becoming almost, how do I put this? Vulnerable in nature. Like I don't want you to go sit naked on the dirt and be like, that's not what I mean. Okay, that would be like totally nuts. Don't do that. I mean, you can if you want to. I don't tell nobody to not do anything. Do whatever floats your boat, right? But don't do it in public. Anyways, for some reason that came through. I just feel like it was funny. But I really do want you to go be vulnerable in nature. Like you've got to allow yourself to be completely vulnerable with the earth. Completely vulnerable with different parts of the earth. And as you do it, did you take an elemental course? I don't know if you did. I don't know if you've tried this before. I have no idea. But this is what Spirit is telling you to do. While you're in nature, call forth the different elementals. Close your eyes. Listen to the nature around you. Listen to the trees. Listen to the breeze. Feel the comfort and discomfort within yourself, within your body, within your soul. See how each, like if you say, for instance, call in a specific elemental, see where it resonates within your body. Is that making sense so far? It is a vulnerability. You're going to feel weird about it. It's going to feel like awkward. It's going to be like, don't nobody listen to me. That's why it's really good to do it by yourself. And so that's probably why they're like, it's kind of like feeling naked, like you're laying naked in the dirt. It's going to be weird. It's not going to be anything you've really done before. I don't know if you've been told to do it before. You should have. If you did an elemental course and this did not come through, I would question the connection a little bit of that individual, or just wonder why that didn't come through, because I feel like it should have. I feel like this, you should have already heard this. And so I don't know what that means. I really don't. You will. Whoa, we had quite a few here. Okay. Quite a few cards. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is because I have to do this. So there's a message between all of the cards, right? And so I kind of get the bigger picture that way sometimes, only when they tell me to. So some of this I have brought forth before. Some of this okay? It's like I'm going to this transpersonal one first. Watchtowers, transpersonal. There are ancestors guiding you. There are ancestors trying to talk to you. There are ancestors that have helped pave the path for you, okay? This is ancestral related in the fact and in the sense that you already knew you were changing your ancestral karma. You already knew, the chills were insane right there. You already know you're cleansing the ancestral karma. There was something there, like it was a detachment from the gift at some point within your bloodline. Here we are with bloodline. Here I am again with hearing Indian connection, Native American, call whatever the hell you want to call it. There's something here, okay? But this isn't just the past. Like this one's different for you. This is not just the past. This is also your future and your children's future and your children's children's future. Like it's kind of a big deal. Like it's not just, there's people guiding your path. There's a big piece here. And it has everything to do with connecting to the earth. It has everything to do with allowing this next phase to rise. And it has everything to do with transitioning the legacy. So they want you to kind of look at it like, you know how in the movies, like the predecessor picks the next person to take the gift. Does that make sense? Like you are supposed to be learning certain things so that you can pass them on within your transitional line. You have to teach something. You have to bring knowledge through. And it can be as simple as allowing it to rise within you. Okay? Because it's crucial. This is a crucial piece. Let's say this, okay? You cleared the path. You healed the path. Now you must bring it forth by allowing it to come forth in you. I hope this makes sense. It's very important. Once you do that, it will just spew out over and it will have no choice but to follow through in the bloodline. Okay, so it's not necessarily like I have to sit here and teach it. It's allowing it to come through in me. It's allowing me to take the steps. It's allowing me to process that. It's allowing me to grow into it. And it might be uncomfortable. It might be painful. And it might be a vulnerability for you. It might not be something you enjoy the whole way through, because sometimes when we go into these healings and we allow these things to come through, it can hurt a little. We can see things we don't like. We feel things that are uncomfortable. There we are again. It's that vulnerability, being willing to sit with the muck, because it's not just yours. You're clearing and healing and bringing forth. This is like, there's something in here, Gigi, where like in the past, some shit was blocked. It wasn't meant to be blocked. It was painfully blocked. It was painfully disregarded. There was like something within the karmic line, within your history, within your ancestral line that kind of went awry. It was kind of like buried. It was kind of like didn't develop in the way that it should have. So not only have you been clearing karma and removing a lot of history in the karmic line for the future line, you've also now have to like, we healed it. Now we're going to let things rise. Okay. I hope that makes sense. In that, okay, we also see this is what I meant. Like I wasn't even really looking at the cards, but I told the story of the cards at the same time. Is transmuting that pain. This isn't just your pain. This is layered of pain, family history pain, and your life pain. And it can be very painful. And sometimes we want to hold on to things like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Why do I have to do this energy? And it's truly about, it's beautiful and it's going to hurt at the same time, but let it pass, transmute the pain. A fool will embrace it. That's where it hurts. Okay. When you embrace things that hurt you, it's like holding on things that hurt you. That's part of the message. Don't hold on to things that hurt you, because that's that fool's embrace. Transmute the pain. Allow them to be seen, felt, heard, and released. Karmic. But the universe is your partner. Co-create. Tell them what you want and listen to the nudges and bringing it through. Here's another part of this. Major balance is needed. Okay. Through this transition, you're going to have to find a new balance. That's the message here. Finding the new balance, because things are changing. Everything changes. Finding the new balance within the changes and within the upgrades and the up level, the new information and the releasing. Holy hell, it's a lot. I'm not going to lie, Gigi, it's a lot. Energetically, it's a lot. Emotionally, it's a lot. Spiritually, it's a lot. But you're ready. Like you can handle it. You know this. And then we have these two which go together. We have me talks and protecting the future. Okay? Again, you've got to take care of you first, always. Oh, it's been a painful week. See, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's coming through here. It's for surely coming through here. I don't deny that for you. Okay? Allow it to feel it, to see it, to experience it, and to cleanse that shit away. Me toxing it away. Finding the new balance, cleansing it, balance. Cleansing it, balance. Go lay in that dirt naked. Not really. But you know what I mean? Be vulnerable with the earth. That's where you can be your true, authentic, vulnerable self and call on the elementals. I don't know if you've been told that. If you took an elemental course, I really hope they told you that. I'm glad you like my sense of humor. Thank you. It's a weird one. And I guess sometimes. You all know me, right? Okay. Protecting the future. Okay. That's that part that I was talking about, that this is like a legacy, right? If I don't go through this now and I don't rise into these gifts that are rising through me, through my bloodline, it's big. It's not just yours. This is something that got denied in the past that should have already risen a long time ago. And so imagine you're like carrying 10 people's shit and you're like, whoa, I'm pushing it through. It hurts, okay? But if you don't do it, it doesn't pass on through you. That's that protecting the future. This isn't just for you. This is for your children and your children's children and your children's children's children and children. And it goes on and on. And it's also the past. So even though this says the future, you're healing the past of all of your ancestral line. And I kind of feel like that came through before in another way. Oh, why am I losing my voice? What am I missing here? And Gigi, always be willing to speak your truth. Even if you have to go into the forest and yell at the earth first. I will speak it to her. I will yell at her. I can cuss at her. And then I can tell her I love her. And she will never judge me. She will allow me to release it. Then you go speak your truth to other people. Does that make sense? So the earth is calling forth, okay, come to me first. Be vulnerable with me. You can scream, you can shout, we can duke it out. You don't punch a tree because that'll hurt your damn hands. But you know what I mean? And the earth won't judge you. She doesn't hit you back. There's no backlash. There's no reactive energy, right? Where if you go to a person and you do this, it's a react and it's an outright match and we're going to fight and we're going to duke it out and they're not going to hear you because then it becomes, am I being heard? Are you being heard? What the hell's happening? And it's totally blown out of proportion. But if you go to the earth first, scream and shout it out there, cry it out there, allow your vulnerabilities to be expressed there, then speak your truth to the people you need to speak your truth to, you will not be reactive. You will then become responsive. Does that make sense? That was big. I hope it did make sense. That was a lot. Really good shit, though. Yeah. It's not enough to say it inside. Like, you've got to be able to go have space to, like, really scream and shout it out. Speak your truth completely before you go tell the people the truth. Because, again, you won't react. You'll be responsive to whatever they come back at you with. That's a big message. Okay? Yep. For sure. But there's more to that earth, too. Remember the elementals. Don't forget about those. Because that's a big deal. And there's more to it than that, but that's for you and your journey. That's not anything I need to oust here. I feel it. You'll feel it. You got it. Okay? Woo! Big release there, Gigi. Woo! You got this, sunshine. You truly do. Okay. So just making sure nothing else came through. All loved this, you guys. This was fun. You're so welcome. And thank you to all of you who stayed around. I know some of you are in different time zones than I am, and so it's past probably bedtimes. I appreciate you all. I'm so glad you came. I also, for my graduates, I don't know if Jacinta's still here. I kind of talked to her earlier about it. Amy H., I do want to do more lives coming through soon, so let me know your availability Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays. Sunday is much more easier, hopefully, for some of us, where it might not be for Monday and Tuesday. Just let me know. Those are the 3 days I want to do some lives. I want to get you guys on here individually this time, not together, so that you can do some more healing sessions for free for people that choose to work through you. And Zoom will work just fine this time because last time I got the kinks out, as long as I remember how I did it. And so that's the plan going forward. Let me know what you think about that for my graduates that graduated my academy. And again, those that donated tonight, whether it was for healing or messages, anytime you donate, I will again do a drawing at the end of the month. And those who are in my membership healing, this one's going to be big with lots of surprises is what they're saying. I don't know what's going to be happening. I may have to travel for this one to take us somewhere. Literally, like go to Manitou or somewhere, an energy vortex around me is what they're kind of calling for. But that will be done, I believe it's the 23rd on a Sunday at 3:33. Okay, Amy says anytime Sundays or Monday and Tuesday evening. Perfect. Okay, I might do you, Amy, on Sunday then. And then just saying can do Monday or Tuesday if that works out better for her, whatever works, okay? But just know that's coming in the next week or two, okay? Possibly next Sunday, Amy, if you're down for that. And then just saying can do Monday. If that works, you guys may let me know. And then we will let you guys pop on here and do some free messages again and healing, whatever you want to come through, okay? So those are my announcements. Again, remember the energy is about stripping, allowing it to remove, and rebalancing the new. Big time, every time. And it hurts. It's not easy. And then to my Deanne, I freaking love you. I do. And if I ever made you feel not, if I ever made you afraid or to feel like you had to fill his shoes, please don't. It does hurt like heck. I know. It does. It's hurting the collective whole. It's not a joke. It's just most people aren't expressing it. Okay? And then again, the Schumann resonance of the next 5 days from the last pyramid workshop I did is very important and relevant. I feel like it's going to be like weird. And it will affect us is the point there. Okay? Be mindful of your surroundings. It's not so much like we're being attacked. It's just there's a vulnerable energy within the collective whole, and there's a little bit of like, I'm going insane kind of energy going on. Okay. 4444. Yeah, baby. All right, you guys. I love you lots. I'm so honored I get to do these things. I've missed you guys. This week I don't know that I'll be doing my energy movement thing, but I will be doing a Hertz music release. And then next week I should be back into my energy movement thing. Okay. My energy movement healing release that I do. I like it. This week I just won't be doing it because I'm doing other things. You're so welcome, but you will have a release of Hertz music coming forward. And I would like to get back into my missing persons and unsolved cases now that I'm not being attacked by my old twin flame anymore. All right. All right. So much love to all of you. And thank you very much. I will announce the winner and the gift I will be giving away at the end of this month. Okay. Hasta la vista. Happy 10/10 portal, by the way. Bye. Bye, everybody. Be beautiful. Stay beautiful. Stay just as you are. See you next time. 555. Ooh, shiznit.